I'm Mitch Henck, and there's something changing in the press coverage of the Hillary Clinton campaign. A few weeks ago, we talked about the fawning press of Hillary. Now we have Peter Schweizer, who's a former Bush speechwriter, writing a book about the Clinton cash, tying links and allegedly quid pro quos with the Clinton Foundation. They'll talk about Algeria was on the terrorism list, and then on Hillary's watch at State, they give a $3 million donation to the Clinton Foundation, and suddenly Algeria is off the terror list. Could be more smoke than fire on that. And also a uranium company sold by the Canadians to the Russians. Then Bill received $500,000 for a speech in Moscow funded by investors in that Uranium One company. It was approved through the State Department along with other agencies on Hillary's watch. A lot of things like that. Again, there was pushback immediately on the left, saying it was a right-wing hit piece. But the interesting part was that the New York Times and the Washington Post met and shared notes with Peter Schweizer and did the hit pieces on Hillary. We got Rand Paul now saying there's going to be more in the next 3 weeks. So what's going on here? And obviously he's an adversary. But you've got people who normally would leave that story to Fox or Talk Radio or conservative journals like the Weekly Standard or the American Spectator doing the story. There's more than meets the eye. Maybe the Clintons, because the campaign is so managed and they don't talk to reporters, maybe there's pushback by the press on that because of the lack of access. Even MSNBC anchor Mika Brzezinski, daughter of Zbigniew Brzezinski, Jimmy Carter's national security advisor, said, don't go on a jihad against the author. He's the messenger, which meant she was wanting to do more stories on it too. She's tried to get interviews with Hillary, and Hillary's people have said no. When people have had good press in the past, JFK, people loved him. There were people who wrote letters to 38 newspapers back in the 50s accusing JFK of extramarital affairs. None of the stories ran. Maybe it was a time of Mad Men, and a lot of male journalists loved JFK. In '84, my own experience when I was a Gary Hart volunteer, Gary Hart was a little bit aloof from the press. He got bad coverage. Mondale would have beers with him. He would fly with them at times, and they liked Mondale. You've got to be good to the press and give them access, or they will turn on you. We will see that change in the weeks ahead. Who knows? But by the way, the nomination hasn't been decided quite yet. My 2 cents, my 2 minutes are brought to you by Edge Construction and Bill McCoshen Capital Consultants. They can get a law passed, a referendum passed, get things done downtown. Bill McCoshen Capital Consultants. See you next time.